Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here. I'm sitting in for Ian again on this Steampunk Tuesday. So we've just got over a rather busy weekend where we were celebrating Mum's 79th birthday. And one of the activities that we did while she was here was we took her to a local garden centre, a brand new one that we'd never been to before. And while I was walking around there with Mum, there was a bird flying around and it looked as though it was chasing a bumblebee. And that gave me an idea, Birds and Bees. That gave me the idea for a brand new ephemera set. So that's exactly what I've been working on since Monday. So, and this is it, the final completed set. So there are 6 pages in this ephemera set featuring birds and bees. So there are, on the first sheet, there are 2 journaling cards, which are foldable, obviously. So there's also a blank space on this, but also on the reverse. Once they're folded, you've got that writing space as well. On the first sheet, you've got 2 little tuck tags, or tickets that I call them, but you can see I've combined some of those vintage images, got some birds, there's even some steampunky elements in there as well, old postcards and maps, a few bird's egg, and there's also bumblebee in there as well. And the same for this set, there's a clock up there, some cogs, bumblebee, a little vintage ephemera label there, and we've got birds, bumblebees and flowers on that. So that's the first sheet. On the second sheet we've got different birdies this time, so we've got 2 on this one, the same as on that one. So we've got some almost kind of similar but not the same darker ones, but then some nice brighter ones, and again we've got the flowers, the bumblebees, the cog elements. And on this one I found this fantastic vintage image of a parrot, so I thought that would be cool to stick in there as well. So there's also 2 other tuck tickets on that one. So that one says explore and dream, that one says soar, and that one says fly. So great for cutting out and just distressing the edges and using them as tuck elements. So also there are 4 corner tuck pockets with those layered clustered vintage images again. So we've got roses, bumblebees, again dictionary pages, different birds this time, again with some other bits of ephemera tucked in here and there. Bumblebee again, so we've got roses, dictionary pages, and I've kind of added in some almost kind of like William Morris style backing papers on these ones, so they all tie in with that green kind of foliage theme. But also there are some circles, roundels. So those 2 are 1.5 inches, these 3 are 2 inch. I've made it easy so they will fit most standard size punches. So again, these tuck spots, and they are big enough to fit the journaling cards. Once they're folded in half, they just slide straight in there. So that's page number 2. Number 3, we've got 2 tags. Again, these ones can either be stuck together or left open, so you can use them for writing on the inside, but I'm going to stick these down. And there's even a little spot there for you to use that as a positioner for punching your hole to add some ribbon or some string. And we've also got some bumblebee roundels or circles there with music paper in the background, but on this one it's like an old ledger in those ones, and these are 1 inch circles, so bang on 1 inch. So again we've used that parrot image and we've got that lovely bird. I'm not sure what bird it is, I'm not very up on my birds, I must admit, but you know, that doesn't stop me appreciating the colours. So those are the tags, and then we've got 4 finger pockets. So these are the ones that have got the holes and all the bits in the top, so you can easily pull things out. And I've made that indentation on those 1 inch, so you can just use your inch punch just to do that circle without having to cut it out. And again I've teamed up those images, and there's some cogs, roses, bumblebees, some steampunky kind of elements in there as well, but still kind of nice and feminine, but not necessarily too feminine as well, because you could actually use these for a gents gardening book if you wanted to use them for that. And again, bumblebee and some cogs in there. But what I've also done, this is the first time I've done this, I've created some kind of like washi strips or washi style strips, using similar background papers, but I've also then done a repeating pattern of the bumblebees on those. So you've got two different ones, two different backgrounds with the bumblebees, and you've got ones with just the cogs on, like half the cogs coming in, on two different backgrounds as well. So you could either use those as a border strip, or you could tear them and use them as washi and just stick them down, or add some tape onto the back and use them like as washi. So on the first two, sorry, let me just repeat what I was going to say. So those are 5 sheets there, but it's a 6-page set. The 6th page is that one on the back. So what you can do is once you've done those, turn the paper over and print the 6th sheet on the back of it. Once you've cut them out, you've got that lovely kind of old textured paper with the fox in that you'll have on the back of your card, which you will see in a minute. So those are all the elements. Now in total, there's 35 individual items in the set, in that kit. Should have put my phone on silent, sorry about that. So including that back page where you've got that vintage kind of paper, which you could also use and print out as a page for a journal, and then you could actually use some of these things to stick on them if you wanted to. So if you include that paper image on that, that's 36, but otherwise there's 35 individual elements in that Digi download set, which is available on the website, or on my website anyway, to purchase now, and there will be a clickable link in the description area below straight to that Digi download if you're interested. So what am I going to do now? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and punch all these elements out, and I'm going to sit and have a chat and distress some of them, and then I'm going to add them to my traveller's notebook like I have done with all the other ephemera sets. So I've done those with the Gentleman's Club ones. I did them with did I do some of the Ladies Market in there, or was it just the Apothecary ones? I don't think I did put the Ladies Market ones in here. It doesn't look like I did. Well, that's okay, that's fine. So what I'll do then is I will add these Birds and Bees set into this journal, and then we can start building that up a little bit more. So first things first, I'll go and cut all these out, and then I'll be right back. Let's see if I can remember what I did with my scissors. Okay, so I've cut everything out, as you can see. So let me just flip those cards over so you can see that they've got that kind of foxed background. So they do kind of look aged already if you use the 6th sheet for the back of those cards. So, and all you have to do with those then is literally just fold them in half. So when I create my folding journaling cards, that's the front for me, and that's the back. They're like playing cards. I like to have my front and the pattern being the back. And when you open it up, you've got your writing space on the inside. So there's 4 of those. So we'll do one of those. Let's just fold these over before we get on to distressing. That's the bluebirdy one. Nice. Very pretty. And then we've got the blackbirdy ones, but not blackbirds, if you know what I mean, the darker birds. And you can obviously, if you want to, grab your bone folder and just give those a bit of a burnish. And there's the other one. I was just trying to think which one of these I like the best, actually. I've difficulty actually thinking or deciding which one is my favourite. But here you go. Right, so those are the 4 journaling cards. So they're ready to go. So we'll put those in a little pile. And then we've got the square tucks. Now what I've done is I've deliberately not punched those out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with my punch, just line up the hole like so, and then just nip it out. Oh, I've got a sneaking suspicion I just did that off camera. So let's try it again. So line that up and then nip it out. There we go. Perfect. So there should be another 2 of those. So just line that up with the hole. There we go. This is a 1 1/8 hole punch because I can't find the 1-inch hole punch. So I'm just nipping a little bit extra out, but it's only a tiny amount. Negligible bubble. Right, so those are the 4 cards. So the corner tuck spots don't need anything doing to them at all. So 2 lefts and 2 rights. 2 lefts, 2 rights. They look similar, but they are different birdies. And the roses are different. The roses are different. So they can go over there. Right, so those are the washi strips with the bumblebees on, which are kind of cute. So they're done. Those are the ones with the cogs on. So they're done, ready just to be torn and stuck down whenever. Now I deliberately left the edges of these because I'm going to tear the edges of the tickets rather than give them, because they've got kind of like a decal edge on them. But what you can do for your ticket edge, just come in with your circle. The smaller the circle the better really, and then just nip out. I should be using a smaller circle really, but you get the gist. In fact, let me go and see if I can find a smaller punch. It's funny, I had a small, like a real tiny circle punch. It was a little pink one. I'd been kicking around for months and months and months. And then the minute you want it, it's disappeared. So this is kind of like the opposite, if you like, of the corner rounder, the corner concava. Yeah, my other small punch is about 5mm. But hey ho, it'll turn up when I don't want it, like everything else seems to. So there's 2 of the tickets done. So this one I'm using is I've done it again, look, picked up the wrong punch. Right, so it was a 3/4 inch circle punch, which is almost there but not quite. I'll just tear that bit off there just to give it a bit more of a deckly edge. And I know I have still got a line down there. What I might do is just give that another whip off just to reinforce those. There we go, that looks more like it. So there's another one under here somewhere. So we'll just take that corner off, or that edge off. So much for me doing this off camera, eh? So corner off, corner off. How easy to make your own tickets, eh? There we go, and then we'll just tear that. Just tearing the edges just makes it look a wee bit more authentic. There we go. Just like that. And if you wanted just a bit more rounded corner, you could always just go back in. Just snip out a little bit more. Okay, so there's those. So these bumblebees are said they were an inch, so this is a 1 1 1/8, so there's going to be a little bit of a white border, but once we've actually distressed, you'll never see it. I'll just do that one as well. I'll just do 2 of each of these because, well, just because, really, for no other reason than just to show how easy it is. Okay, so we've got those 4 little bumblebee roundels. This is let's create a bit of clearing up space. It's starting to disappear under my own detritus here, and if I don't tidy up, I'll end up throwing something away that I wanted. There we go. That's better because they are little bits. All right, so that was a 1 1/2. That birdie there, so 1 1/2 inch. And that one, and then the parrot. Hercule parrot. And then the other big 3 ones were 2 inch. So just different sizes. Just enables you to use them for different things. Envelopes, seals, or whatever. Just a variety of options, which is what we like. Lots and lots of options. Okay, so what I've done with the tag is I've left those corners so that when we fold the tag over and then squidge it, that should line up. So if we grab some glue, this is spirit-based glue, so it won't buckle or make the paper wrinkly or anything like that, and it does set quite quick. So we'll do that one, and then while that one's going, we'll do t'other. So grab the glue. And like I said, one of these days I will get some kind of fine bottle applicator for this stuff, because it's not that easy to use in this big tube. It smells divine though. Have to use it with the window open. Okay, so I'll just run bone folder up and down there a little bit just to get that going, and then once we've actually got them glued down, or you can use tape or whatever, then it's actually easier just to snip off the corners, because they have been positioned in the right place. Just whip off the corners, and then there you've got your 2 tags, you see. And then all we have to do is just grab the crocodile and maybe put an eyelet in, or not even bother. Just go in with your hand punch, position it over the hole. You probably shouldn't be doing this while it's still wet, but we'll see. And you get that kind of hole protector. I wasn't exactly perfect on that, or on that one, but you get the gist. So we've got the holes in the 2 tags now, so we're ready to kind of go. So all we have to do now is to go on a distressing frenzy. So you don't have to be perfect with your cutting out, because once you've gone round everything with your preferred colour of distress or your preferred ink, because obviously other brands are available, not just the Ranger ones, whichever ink you choose to use for your aging, whichever brand or whatever. And it really, really doesn't take that long just to go the extra few seconds. So with the circles, I tend to hold them in the middle and then just let it turn. Can you see how it's turning on its own as you're going round? Just let the momentum of the circle turn it. Done. You can do your circles in next to no time. Do the big ones first. So just let the friction of the ink pad, of the blending tool, turn it so you don't have to. Let it do the work for you. Dead easy. So, and it does hide a multitude of sins when you go around the edges and just distress a bit. And it doesn't matter really what size circle you're using. So even there, because I'd used a circle punch which was just a little bit bigger, once you've gone round with your ink, it kind of hides it anyway. So just use what you have. You know, God forbid you run out and go and try and see if you can find one just because. I mean, you could even just go a bit smaller if you wanted to. I've left enough room around the bees for you to be able to grab a smaller one. And then on the tickets, again, just go around. Okay, so you get the general gist. You get the general gist. I'm going to carry on and distress all the other bits, and then once I've done all that, and I'll find some string to put on those tags, because I think string's going to be better than ribbon, for me anyway. You know, you might be a ribbon girl or boy. Okay. Alright, so like I said, I'll carry on with doing all the rest, and then I'll join with you when I'm ready to start sticking in. Okay, so that's everything apart from the washi strips that have been distressed. Now, Ian came wandering in a few seconds ago and I said, yeah, I suppose you've seen the 1-inch circle punch, have you? He had it in his hand. Anyway, now that I don't need it. Right, so as I was saying, so the only thing I haven't done is those washi strips, because what I would do is I would tear them, then distress them before sticking them in. So, right, so that is the pile of everything done, all in one go. Now, so let's just put the mat back. There we go. Just centre that up on the screen there. It's about right, isn't it? It's about as near as it's going to get. Okay, so let's just open this up a little bit. That's not stuck down very well, that one, is it? It's peeled up. I might have to get some glue on that one. That's one of the older ones. Right, so first things first then. So I just had to go on the hunt for the red liner tape. Right, okie doke. So I could use glue, but this is strong as is. So all I'm going to do is just run a bit of that up that one side. And then on the edge of there. push it down as I'm going. And we've got our first tuck spot. So we'll add that into there. And then we can add first journaling card. And what I might do is just take that ticket, just add some glue on the back, and then just stick that underneath so that when it's in, you can just see it when you take it out. So that's the first bit. So flip that over. Let's add something to this one over here. Let's use one of these. So again, red liner tape. Flip it over. Look, I've just crumpled that piece now. It's always the same. Things never ever go smoothly when you're filming it. Ever. Back in the day when Ian and I used to do TV shopping, we'd never ever use this red liner tape live on air, because it's an absolute, or it was, an absolute nightmare to get off. You'd spend far too long fiddling with trying to get the back off. But always make sure that we'd had everything already pre-taped up before we went live. Let's just put that one there in the corner. And I didn't get the string, did I? Okay, seeing as I'm doing everything on the fly today, I've got some sari silk instead. Let me just get rid of that knot, because we don't want that. So, piece of sari silk, cut it into two, that way we've got one for each of the tags then. So I'd put that into a loop, feed it through, got a nice bit of texture. Make sure we get it even. If you like your fibres, then perfect. Nice bit of sari silk, can't go wrong. Now where's my other tag gone? There it is. So we might as well add it in now, so we know where it is later. The beautiful thing about the sari silk is you can always colour it if you want to. Might just leave those long. Okay, so let's just keep on going then. So we'll add another corner pocket. You don't have to put the tape all the way along, of course, because nothing's going to fall through that little hole, is it? No. See, this stuff's quite good because it just literally comes off, or normally just comes off with your nail. There you go. So another little corner pocket there. Perfect. So we can put another one of those journaling cards. Let's see, let's put that one in there. And then I think what we'll do, grab some glue, just because we can. Ooh, that all came out like a lump, didn't it? Stick that up there. And then where's one of those tickets? Glue on the back of that. And then we'll just tuck that under. Nice. Like it. And then I've got some of that washi tape. Let's try a piece of that washi. Just pull the edges off and then just quickly whip around. And then if you want to, you could either use glue or you could just put a bead of the tape on the back. There we go. Butterfingers. Butterfingers. So we've got bumblebees. Make it a little bit shorter. There we go. So we've got a nice little cluster of a little journaling card. You could also add some of that washi onto there as well if you wanted to. You can decorate your journaling cards with that if you're so inclined to do so. So we've got those in there, we've got those in there, and let's just have a quick look. Maybe we'll put another one of those pockets. Now we could, if we're really clever, just put a real thin bead of that glue around the edge. You don't have to use tape if you don't want to. We use different techniques. At least you get a little bit of wiggle room with this. And then we can stick that down, and then why not use another little piece of that washi tape. Just grunge up the edges. This is why I didn't do it earlier, you see. And get some glue. Put a bead of glue along that washi tape. And then what we can do is I could just stick it along there like that. Because that's not going to affect what you put inside the pocket, is it? Certainly not. And then we can carry on doing stuff like that, and then we can move on to the next bit, maybe the next couple of sections. So we could add one of those journaling cards to one of those, and if we wanted to, just to make it a bit more in keeping, take one of those discs to decorate that corner, a little bit of washi, just turn the corner off, bead of glue, And then maybe run the washi tape up the edge there. Why not? Why not indeed? You could if you wanted to. Also then maybe stick another bumblebee up there. You've got plenty of them. May as well use them up. There we go. So let's have a look what we've got. Those up there, those up there, nothing on there. So let's put another pocket on there. We'll just add a bead of the glue again. Thin bead. Add that on there. Then we'll grab some of that other washi tape, the ones with the cogs in this time. Rip that off. Dare to the edges. Grab some glue. And then this time I'm going to add it to that side. Just do it along there like that. And then take one of those bumblebees. Stuck to my finger. Add that there like so. Just build up with bits. See, that now fits in there with that. You've got your bumblebee, so we could add another journaling card in there. So that fits. Just flick through, but nothing there. So let's put some glue on this one rather than using the tape. Thin bead of glue all the way down there. Add that to that page. In fact, let's just take that one. Yeah. And we'll add that to that. And then we can carry on going back through the book. There's nothing on that side there either. So grab some glue. And we've got pockets ready for the next time we want to add something to it. So grab that, stick that down there like that, and then what I'm going to do with that one of the other tickets is grab some of the glue, like that, and then just tuck that so it's peeking out, and then grab one of the bird dials or bird circles. This is one of the 1.5 inch ones. Turn that over and just tuck that in the top like that. It would help if you could actually see what I was doing, wouldn't it? I've just stuck it in there. So I've put that ticket in there and I've put that in there like so. And that way we're ready to slide something else in there now. So one more pocket, so we'll do that towards the end. So about there, I think. And it really doesn't take long. The beauty about buying the Digi Download is that if you want more of these, what I call the finger pockets, you can just print that one sheet out. And if you want more of the tags, you can print a couple more of the tags out. And if you want more of the corner tuck spots or the journaling card, you just print out the one sheet, and then you're pretty much ready. I think we'll use that ticket as well. I think what we'll do is we'll put that ticket up there. We'll use that part of the image. We'll use that bumblebee. And actually use what's already on the page as a kind of cluster item. So you're integrating what you're sticking down already with what's already there. So, and again, let's just grab some more of that bumblebee for washi. So we'll use one of the other strips this time. More glue. And then again, we can stick that across there. And then if you wanted to, just to tie the two sides of the page together, use the full strip this time. I just had to double check to make sure I hadn't put the bumblebees on upside down then, because that would have been funny. Take that. Is it? Oh, it's just perfect. Look at the top, and then get one of the bigger birds. And again, we can add that. Excuse me. And then I think just as the last kind of final page, what we'll do is I'm going to take that one final bird image, add some glue, it's sticking to my fingers, and I'm going to add it to that pocket, take the last one of the bumblebees that I distressed and cut out. I still have another 4 that I haven't used yet, that are still on the sheet. But I think I'm going to just add that just like so. And you've got the bits. So there you go. So let me just have a quick flick to show what we've actually added in to the journal just with that new Digi set. So we've got that full corner pocket with the journaling card. We've got the finger pocket with the tag, corner with those clusters there and that journaling card. Got the other tag, the pocket, and that little bit of washi. We've added a journaling card to that pocket, added the bee, the bird, and a little bit of the washi. We've got that pocket. We haven't added anything to that just yet, so we've got that to come later. And then we've got the corner pocket with the journaling card. You could actually turn that around that way if you wanted. Still got loads of pages to go. Start adding in photos and journal notes with some photos of Mum's birthday. So we've got that corner pocket Got a nice one of a cutting a birthday cake, which I can add to it. So we've still got loads of pages. That one, that finger pocket with that cluster up there and that cluster there. And then just towards the end, where we added them to that pocket there. So there you go. So that is the new Birds and Bees Digi Download set. All cut up and all used and raring to go. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me do that. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, then you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. Don't forget that Digi Download, if you're interested, is available in that clickable link in the description area below. That's all from me for now. I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.